Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let me make sure my sounds is back. Hold up. Let me get my sounds together. Hold up. Turn me up, man. Turn me up, man. Turn me up, man.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy,
Yeah,
ain't
y'all
no
hear
way,
me?
boy.
Sound up. Hold up.
Boy, ain't no way,
Make
boy.
sure my sounds is right.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Let me make
Boy, ain't
sure
no
my
way, boy.
sounds is right.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
We got to get to it today. I'm fresh off vacation, man. My bad. I've been away for last couple weeks, so it hasn't been no lives. But we back. Wait, hold up. Let me make sure my sound that. Hold up. Let me get my sound together. I ain't hearing no sound. Hold up. Make sure my sound is working, man. Hold up. Let me get my sounds together. Come on, man. We got a lot to talk about today. Yo, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me loud and clear? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Oh, hold up. My sound's at, man. My goddamn sound's at. All right. Hold up. I need y'all to come up, man. We got a couple things to talk about, man. I missed a couple of days. But now I'm here. We back. We back. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all already know the vibes. Ain't nothing changed. Come on, man. I've been going 2 weeks, but ain't nothing changed, man. Shmulio on deck. Shmulio on deck. Hold up, where my sound at, though? Fuck. Let me get my sound together, man. Uh-oh, hold up. Let me get active. Let me get my sound. Make sure my sound is right. Uh-oh, here we go. Sound back active. My bad, y'all. I had this, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I cut on the equipment, man. All right. So for those who are tuned in, thank you very much. Welcome to Cigar Talk Live. Welcome to Cigar Talk Live. Bro, I just filled out a missing persons report. Yeah, my bad, man. Listen, I've been on vacation, y'all. I was in Italy for like the last 2 weeks. I was in Italy. Ciao bella. Ciao. I was in Italy eating pasta. Drinking the finest wine. I was on boats out there, and it was a nice, lovely time out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I needed a break. I needed a quick vacation, so I had to go out there and get right. But now we back. Now we back. So first of all, let me say this. Hit the goddamn like button. Y'all know how we do. Stop playing with me. Hit the goddamn like button, man. All right. So now I just want everybody to know the new day and time for Cigar Talk Live. Now that it's football season, I received a lot of DMs. A lot of people hit me like, yo, come on, it's football, man. What are you doing? We can't watch football and the live. So this is the new time. We going live on Mondays. Monday at 7:30. And I know it's football on Monday, but goddamn it, y'all gotta work with a nigga. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now, we gotta get to some topics, man. We gotta get to some topics. We gotta get to some topics, man. Yeah, I was in Italy, bro. I was on vacation. I took a little vacation. I was traveling around Italy. All right, let me see what's going on, man. Let me see the chat real quick before we get to the topics, man. Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Hit the like button for me. They really got 54 people. Come on, man. Hit that like button, man. I know it's a new time, so a lot of people didn't expect this live, man. Let's go. And I got a special guest coming. This is why I'm a goofy. You don't have one video highlighting his accomplishment and making history, but you're going live to talk about him being handcuffed. Bro, what? Don't worry about what videos I'm making, nigga. The fuck? What's wrong with you? Go on my Twitter. There's plenty of tweets about Terence Crawford and his greatness. Stop dick eating. Smoking that lemon cherry gelato. Okay. Okay, Ma, what's popping? Ma, salute. H Money in the building. H Money, what's up? Get the Don Fool. You already know. You already know that. You know how we living today. You know how we living today. Uh-oh, my man Greg Hackett in the building. GHB, what's up? Greg in the building. Oh, shit, my guy Angel back. Angel, what's popping, man? Delonte, my boy H. All right. Yo, Scary Hours, what's popping, bro? Tank could be the Allen Iverson of boxing. I can't say that. I can't say that. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. New time, Monday, 7:30 p.m. This is the new time for Cigar Talk Lives while football season's on. All right, first topic. Terence Bud Crawford. Greatest of this era. He's the greatest of the era. Like, it's not even, you can't really debate it. It is what it is. I don't want to get too much because like I said, I was away. So I feel like I missed the moment to really talk about Bud Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed the moment. You know what I mean? I was away. I was enjoying my time, enjoying my vacation. So I don't want to talk too much about the fight, but you know, the guy is the greatest of this era. It's just not, there's nothing you could say. You can't debate it. It is what it is. Just Do, my boy. Salute to Just Do in the building. He has a great channel. Make sure you check him out. Just Do Boxing. Just Do. What's popping? Now, Naj rocking V next now. Been away too long. Yeah, I got the V on. I got the V on. All right. I want to talk about Terence Crawford because what I saw, and this all happened. I was on the plane coming back from Italy. I'm fresh. I got my glass of wine. I'm on the plane with a glass of wine and my feet up. Ciao bella, ciao. Ciao bella. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Italian swag. And I'm looking and I'm on the plane scrolling on Twitter. And I see the reports that Bud got stopped by the police with the guns out, handcuffed. Hold up. Omaha, is y'all serious right now? Omaha, you can't be serious. Omaha, you cannot be serious. I just don't understand how a guy can have a parade in the city. It ain't really that much lit niggas in Omaha. Let's be honest. Let's keep it a stack. Respectfully. Who that? All right, Terence Crawford and Warren Buffett. Who else from Omaha that's lit like that y'all would even do that? Let me see. Let me search like Omaha famous people so I'm not forgetting nobody. Because I'm not trying to disrespect Omaha. Salute to Omaha. But 12 over there, you nasty word. Y'all niggas know Terence Bud Crawford is the guy over there. That's y'all boy. You just gave him the key to the city. You just gave the man the key to the city. And then y'all want to go and talk about, he was in the car swerving and we seen a gun. Number one, there's an open carry in Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken. There's open carry out there. If it's open carry, why you gotta be all like this on them? Why you gotta be all like this on them if it's open carry? Number one. But you know, there's a guy by the name of Kanye West. And he said that even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe, man. I'm just saying, even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe, man. And I don't like that. I don't like how Omaha PD, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see. Oh, Malcolm X. Okay, H. Yeah, Malcolm X from Omaha. Okay. Salute. Malcolm X. Naji upgraded the gun, the bomb. Monday Night Football, bro. Nah, Monday Night Football can wait, bro. Cigar talk here. The way Coach Malachi, let me know, John, what did Coach Malachi say? Because I think I saw something where he had Crawford's security guard on his show or something like that. They said Bud was reckless driving. That's why the cops pulled him over. Salute, H. You know what? I don't even got a problem with him being pulled over. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a problem with that. I don't. Because if you reckless driving and somebody pull you over, all right. But it's goddamn Terence Crawford day, my nigga. You just gave the man the key to the city. He hyped. He driving around Omaha with a little swerve on him. With a little swerve on him. I seen Twitter was saying cops was Canelo fans. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. I do think Terence Crawford should have a driver at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Was he driving? It looked like he was driving from the footage I saw. Coach Malachi was actually present and said everything on video from interior cam. Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Yeah, Malachi was in the car with Bud in the back next to the female who was recording. Okay. Okay, so why they pulled the guns out, though? Why is you pulling guns out, though? I know y'all niggas know Terence Crawford. I know y'all know him. I ain't like that, man. I just feel like for a brother who just had his moment, he's bringing so much money and revenue to the city. He's bringing so much notoriety to the town. He's representing and putting on for y'all. The PD got to do better than that, man. Y'all got to do better than that, bro. Y'all can't be over here pointing guns at the man and handcuffing him. Come on, man. That's nasty work. And you know why? Let's keep it a stack. Yeah, Lulu. We know why. A lot of people don't like hearing it, but it is what it is, my nigga. At the end of the day, even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. You know what? I'm not even sure that they knew on sight who he was. Obviously, it's hard for me to believe that anyone in Omaha doesn't know the name Terence Crawford. You got to know. If you're in Omaha, especially PD, where the whole Omaha was damn near shut down for this guy, you got to know the name Terence Crawford. You know who that is. You know the name. You're familiar with his career. You know what he's done for the city. But do they know him by face? I don't know. They probably just thinking like, oh, it's just another black guy right here. Put your hands up. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think. I don't know. But I know he's done too much for the city to be treated like that. That's what I do know. He's done too much for the city. I'm pulling up the Shmulio tonight. Nah, he's done too much for the city. You can't do that. Because Terence Crawford, he could have easily, and let's be honest, and this is no disrespect to Bud, respectfully, I say this respectfully, Omaha is not like a city that's like, oh my God, like this city's lit. Like, yeah, I'm from Omaha. He could have tried to jack like, yeah, I'm from over here. You know, this is my second home. He could have tried to pick another city that's more lit. He done put on for Omaha his entire career. He put on for Omaha. He made sure he wore that on his back. You got to put some respect on his name, man. Omaha, y'all doing bad. I would like to hear the Coach Malachi version if he was in the call. I would like to hear his version. All right. Now, let's get a let me just play my sound. Nasty work for let me just play the video because he said, "Oh, I'm not holding a gun." That's what he said, I think. I don't know about y'all, but I've been in situations that the cops have pulled out a gun on me, man. I've been in that situation. And it's not a good situation. It's really not. Like it's a scary situation, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, damn, just not like a regular guy in the street got a gun and you could do something. This is a cop with a gun. So you like, damn, what the if he just shoot me and what do I do? Like what? I've been in that situation, nigga, and it's not a good feeling. My heart like this. You just don't know. You just don't know. So salute to Terence Crawford, man. Again, the best of the generation, undoubtedly. But you got to do better, Omaha PD. That's nasty work. Not for your boy. That's nasty work for anybody, but not for your boy. That's y'all boy. That's y'all boy. All right. Story of OJ. That's a fact, Brandon. Still nigga. You right. You right. Bud did nothing wrong. You allowed to have a strap in Omaha. That's a fact. Chase Gotti, salute. Open carry. You're allowed. I don't know why they did that, man. That's nasty work, bro. All right. Let's get to the next topic at hand. Before I get to Tank, because I know a lot of people have been asking me to talk about Tank. I'm going to get to Tank in a little bit. But let me talk about my next topic. My next topic, I want to go to Naji Lopez. Naji Lopez. Most niggas named Naji is ill niggas. We got to put that out. We got to get that out there. We got to get that out there. But Naji Lopez is Mr. Pro Box. He's the guy. I've seen his last 3 or 4 fights on Pro Box, and he just keeps getting better and better and better. Naji Lopez is a prospect, and to be honest, he's one of my favorite prospects in all of boxing. And I could see him actually progressively getting better. He picks his shots. He got speed. He got power. I've seen him sometimes rush his punches. I've seen him do that before. His last bout, we just knocked this guy out in like 5, cleaned his ass up, packed his ass up. But I've seen him sometimes get a little too aggressive because he hits hard to the point that he can like walk into some shots. But he looks like he's getting better and he's getting more patient. Naji Lopez is a guy that we all need to be checking for right now in the sport of boxing. He fights at 175 pounds. And I like this kid, man. I like this kid, man. I think Naji Lopez is one of them guys, man. He's looking like a future world champion, y'all. I can't lie. I can't lie. Yo, H, I'm messing with him. Naji Lopez is one of them guys, bruh. His last fight, he looked so good. And he fought a guy that was a good counter puncher. He got some power. He didn't have enough in the tank, but stayed patient. He didn't chase the knockout. He let the knockout come. Stay patient with his jab. Beautiful jab. Are y'all familiar? Let me see. Let me check the comments. Naji Lopez, y'all familiar? Delonte West in the building. Yeah, Naji Lopez, bro. We gotta put on, bro. Naji Lopez, that's one of them guys, man. That's one of them guys, man. He's putting on in a big way. And he's looking like he's a future world champion. Yeah, Lulu. Yeah, man. I think he's good. I think he's good. Gary Antoine and Hirioka. That's a great fight, bro. Hirioka is nice. And y'all know how I feel about Gary A. That's my boy. Hirioka, nice though. I watched some film on him. I never seen his fights other than I had to go back and see it. I never seen it in real time. But I went back and did my homework. Hirioka's a problem, bro. Hirioka's a problem, bro. What's the step up for Naji Lopez? I think Naji Lopez right now, he's in a space where I want to see him fight like a former world champion. Like a guy that was a world champion. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think like who's like a former world champion at 75 because you don't want to do too much. He's still growing. I think he's what, like 13 and 0 or 14 and 0, 12 knockouts. I would like to see him against a guy like shit. You know what? I mean, it's too early for this, but Ben Whitaker. I don't know, man. I think Naji Lopez would beat up Ben Whitaker, bro. I think so, bro. I think Naji Lopez would beat up Ben Whitaker. Nah, he can't go to Beterbiev. That's too much. That's too much. You can't jump that quick, man. That's a quick jump. You can't do that. You can't just jump that fast to a guy like Beterbiev. That's a Russian monster. Beterbiev, you gotta work your way up to Beterbiev. That's like in Mortal Kombat, you can't just fight Shang Tsung, nigga. You gotta work your way up. You gotta fight Sub-Zero. You gotta fight Scorpion. You can't just go straight to Shang Tsung, bro. It don't work like that. If he fights Beterbiev right now, he will get put in a blender. But Naji Lopez is one of those guys. All right, now, let's get to this other topic. Because I'm back now, fresh off vacation, still smelling like a vacation. I still smell like Italy, man. I still smell like Italy. I smell Italiano. I still smell like Italiano. They call me El Padrino. Now, let's talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. Because that's the thing to me that set this shit on fire when I looked at social media the last couple days. Nah, just do. I'm not tipsy yet. Not yet. We still got a couple more Shmulio pours before I'm tipsy. Not yet, brother. But coming soon. Let's talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. Because that was the thing. I was really off social media for the most part during my time away during these last 2 weeks. I wasn't really on social media. I checked it every so often, but I wasn't really on social media. So the times that I popped in, I saw a couple of things. What I saw was the first press conference. I saw the first press conference from Tank and Jake Paul. There were a couple of things about this press conference that had me a little like, wait, what? What? And I think, and one of those things was, salute to Brian Custer. I go like Custer is a crazy last name because I keep thinking about what's the dude that's Crip, 5'5" Crip? What's the dude? And he keeps saying Custer. So every time I hear Custer, I think of that dude he locked up on 55th Street. But the thing is, and what I saw from that press conference, Crip Mac, yeah, Crip Mac. 55th Street, Custer, yeah. Brian Custer. Every time I hear Brian Custer's name, that's what I think of Crip Mac. Like, you a Custer. Crip, you know what I'm saying? Brian Custer. If your last name is Custer in elementary, that was nasty work. Because they would have went crazy on you. They would have went crazy on you. But hold up. All right. 55th Street. All right. So now, one of the things that I saw in the press conference today, not today, in the press conference the other day, Brian Custer asked Tank, he said, yo, why did you fight Jake Paul instead of Lamont Roach? I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact wording that he said, you know what I'm saying? But I'm paraphrasing. It was like, why are you taking this fight instead of the Lamont Roach fight? And the thing was, it was like Tank said a lot of nothing, right? Like he was kind of like saying, he was like, I don't want to really get too deep into it. And I just didn't understand it. And I wanted to know, like, what do you mean? Like, what did you mean? You didn't want to get too deep into it. Because it's a couple of things. I seen from Lamont Roach, I saw a clip where Lamont Roach said that the fight was signed from both guys and it was supposed to happen. But I also seen Lamont saying before that it was only signed in one way. So I don't really know I don't know. Seems to be a little contradicting information. Unless it was one of those situations like it actually was signed, but he's not able to say anything about it. You know, sometimes you're not able to talk about what the signature is. You can't talk about it until it's announced. So maybe that was the situation. But what I do know is, I just don't know where Tank is mentally. And I think he's one of the best. I've made this clear. I've said this a bunch of times before. I think Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the most talented fighters in the sport of boxing today. I think he is. I also think that 90% of fighters that were offered a Jake Paul fight for the amount of money, $50 million is the alleged amount of money, 90% of fighters would have took that. 90% of fighters is taking that $50 million. However, the thing about the Tank situation for me, he's not making $50 million. How much do you think he's making? How much? I could see a space where he's making, I think 50 million might be an exaggeration. I could see a space where he's making 40. He's probably making 40. What I didn't like about the whole situation, I saw him come on social media. And this is like I was scrolling a couple of like hours later. I was scrolling social media and I saw people. He deleted it by the time I actually came on. But what I saw was Tank was saying a couple of things. He said a couple of things. Number one, he said boxing is dead. Boxing is dead. Bro, I don't know where you at. This shit live right now. This ain't dead, bro. Sport ain't dead, bro. We just had one of the greatest fights of the era. Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Where is Dad at? Where them dads at? Because from where I sit, it's alive and well from where I'm sitting. He said the sport of boxing is dead. Him and Shakur Stevenson got into a back and forth. I seen the dispute. They got into a little back and forth. Tank is saying, yo, you know what happened is sparring. Hold up. Let me just bring up, because I don't like talking to I don't want to just keep paraphrasing. Let me bring this shit up so I could speak informed. I'm not just paraphrasing. I want to speak in an informed light. Let's see. Gervonta Davis. I want to speak in an informed light. I don't want to just speak in, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me see the tweets. Let's get to the tweets. I'm bringing the tweets up right now. All right, hold up. Let me bring the tweets up. Tweets is up. Hold up. And I got to get y'all opinions. I want to know what y'all thinking. Boom. All right, y'all here? We live. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Is we live? All right. Yo, let me know if y'all can see it in the chat, because I'm about to read everything. I just want to make sure y'all can see it. KO, what's up, brother? Knockout Boxing 86 TV. A great channel on YouTube. I watch his channel a lot. Salute to Knockout Boxing. You missing some, dog, but we see it. All right. Let me get the other part of him. I'm gonna read this part, make it bigger. All right, hold up. Salute to KO. Yo, KO, if you want to come up here, let me know. I would love to have you come up here because you've definitely been a Tank advocate. I seen Tank going at you too, KO, which was crazy to me because, you know what I'm saying, you've been holding that boy down. But we got to talk, man. I don't like what he's been doing. People think they say like, oh, you just mad because Tank was mad at you, so you mad. Like, yeah, bro, I don't care who's mad at me. I don't care. I do what I do. Whatever anybody else feels about what I do, it is what it is. But I just speak what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing, I'm not liking. I'm not. Can y'all see it, or is it too small? I'm trying to put it up, but all right. So here we go. It says, how much you make to fight Tio? Like I said, you was hurt, and I know that's why you in my mentions right now. I know what I did to you when we sparred, and you know how you will feel if I said I would give you a payday. But I'm turning my back. Get it out the mud, pussy. Oh, man. It's a lot. It's a lot said right there. How much you making to fight Tio? I don't know. I don't know how much he's making to fight Tio, but what I do know, when I interviewed Shakur right before or after the Padley fight, he told me that was his biggest payday. He said that was his biggest payday. And it got to be more than that if he's fighting Tio on a turkey. And I think he made probably around $5 million, I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. Oh, GHB. I get what he mean when he say boxing is dead. Greg, what is he? Nah, Greg, you're going to have to come up here and explain that because I don't get that shit. I don't understand it. How is boxing dead? How? Boxing lit, bruh. What do you mean it's dead? I'm a Tank fan and he being a hoe. I don't like how he's moving. I'm not liking it. All right, so hold up. He said, how much you making to fight Tio? Like I said, you was hurt, and I know that's why you in my mentions right now. I know what I did to you when we sparred, and you know how you will feel if I said I would give you a payday. But I'm turning my back. Get it out the mud. Y'all know what? Yeah, this is exactly what I said. Y'all remember, this is a month and change ago when they first announced the Jake fight. And I told y'all this. Tank is selfish, bro. He's selfish with the light, and that's what I don't like. He's selfish with the light. He's like, he takes the light that he got, which was passed down to him by Floyd Mayweather, be clear. I mean, not to take away from what he's done. He's had some great fights, a lot of KOs. But the light is not something that you're supposed to hoard, my nigga. The same way that you got past the light, you're supposed to pass the light to the next person. And by pass the light, that just means give opportunities for fights. Naji, did you see Saudi is buying EA Sports? They're about to have Muhammad Al-Akel on the cover of the next fight night. Salute, Ant. Thank you for the super chat. I did see that. Turkey and them buying everything, my nigga. This is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Big Turk and them buying everything. Yeah, Big Turk and them buying everything, man. Yeah, at least hopefully we get another fight night. He says so. All right, hold on. Let me get back to what I'm saying. Salute, and thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna get to that super chat though. He said, "Get it out the mud, pussy." That means I'm not fighting you. You got to build it on your own, and I don't respect that. I don't. As a fan of the sport of boxing, before I'm a fan of a fighter, I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. Before I'm a fan of other fighters, I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. And I don't respect that. To get it out the mud. I don't respect that. I don't respect that. I think he has got it out the mud. I think he is a 3-division world champion. I think he is a champion of your division. I think that is getting out the mud. I think he does deserve a fight with you. And especially if we're comparing him to the other guys that you fought, he definitely deserves a fight with you. I don't like that energy. I don't like that energy. So look, all right, so Shakur responds, "That's how I know you soft. I can't even go back and forth with your soft ass. You rather pop on me on social media than get in that fire and get embarrassed. I get it. Peace and blessings upon you, cuz." Listen, there's one thing that Shakur said right here that I believe. Naj, what you think about the Turkey and Dana White getting a deal with Paramount? Yo, H, salute, H. That's my last topic of the day. I'm getting to that right after this. H, salute. We got to get to that. Do I think Tank Davis is scared of Shakur Stevenson? Absolutely not. Do I think Tank Davis is scared of any other fighter? Absolutely not. Do I think Tank Davis looks at another boxer and fears that, like, yo, I'm scared of this guy, I'm in fear of this guy? Absolutely not. But what I do think is that he is scared to lose. I don't think he's scared of a fighter. I think he is scared of the idea of losing. That terrifies him. And you know how I know? You remember, he said that in the lead up to the Lamont Roach. He was like, yo, they said, what's your biggest fear or something like that? And he said, yo, my biggest fear is becoming a meme. Hold up. You mean to tell me this guy that walks around on some gangster shit, that's this big knockout puncher, he's scared of being a meme? Niggas get memed every day, B. Y'all know, y'all heard what Cam said. Niggas get memed every day, B. And he's scared of being a meme. That just lets me know it's the embarrassment that he don't like. It's the people talking about him. It's the embarrassment. It's all of the things that come with being the top dog. When you are a face of boxing, and be clear, Canelo, Tank, it ain't that far apart. It ain't that far apart. Canelo and Tank are the faces of boxing, period. When you at the top level, when you at the pinnacle, that's what comes with it, dog. That's what comes with it, dog. It's the pressure of having that you might lose. That's what comes with it. What comes with it is the fans talking about you if you don't have a good performance. What comes with it is people want to get in your personal business. That's what comes with it. That's the negative side. And it seems to me when you get the positive side, you okay with it. When everybody say, yo, Tank's the greatest, and you making millions of dollars, Tank, we love you. Now it's great. It's amazing. Yeah, it's this. But when you got to face the other side, now you don't like it. Now other motherfuckers got to get it out the mud. And I don't like that. You can't have it both ways. If you gonna be the guy, which he is, he's the guy. I'm not debating that. Tank is one of them guys, Canelo and him. But when you the guy, these are the things that come with being the guy. And it's not easy. I'm not knocking them because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to handle. But that's what comes with it, and that's what makes the greats. The greats ain't just about fighting. The greats is about here. The greats is about here. Can you take all the pressure that comes with being the top dog? And I don't think Tank likes it. I don't think he likes that. The pressure that come with it. The pressure that come with having to fight another guy like Shakur Stevenson, that's another dog on the other side of you, bro. All right, so he goes, peace and blessings upon you, cuz. Tank says, the people got your chest out so bad. You talking like you a killer. Forgetting you the one that runs like a bitch. I'll be bringing the fight to you. This nigga made up a character. Blessings upon you. Clown ass nigga want to be Kevin Gates. I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Kevin Gates talk about the peace be upon you. That's pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. Tank cooked with the Kevin Gates. The Kevin Gates shit. He cooked with that. He cooked with the Kevin Gates. He cooked with the Kevin Gates. I ain't gonna lie. He cooked with the Kevin Gates. He almost knocked you out. Yeah, Shakur's daughter with that was legendary. That was legendary. That was legendary. And then Shakur responds, you took a knee in the middle of your last fight like a fucking amateur. Talking about you got grease in your eyes, all because the fight was getting tough. You then got on here crying about people being fake, but you the fakest nigga in boxing. What happened to your 6 or 7 fight deal, fuck nigga? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That was a crazy back and forth. Shakur cooked right there, too, in that tweet. Tank cooked him with the Kevin Gates, though, but Shakur hit him right back with that one. They was countering right there. That was counter shots and all that. That was nasty work. Shakur says, what happened to your 6 or 7 fight deal? I want to know that too, bruh. And only because I was the one that broke that the news, or at least when he said it on another show. He said 6 or 7 fight deal. And then I interviewed Tank right after that. And I asked him, I said, yo, you set the internet on fire because you said it's a 6 or 7 fight deal. Is Shakur Stevenson in that deal? He said, oh, yeah, he's in there. And I said, you sure, Tank? He said, oh, yeah, he's definitely in there. This is what he told me face to face. I looked the man in his eyes and I believed him. That's what he told me. I believed him. But now I don't know. I don't know. I saw other things saying he wants to retire. Somebody said, yo, you're going to retire, Tank? He said, yo, I'm retiring in 8 weeks. And I'm just like, yo, this guy is one of the best in the sport, bruh. Show us the reason why motherfuckers paid their money to see you and bigged you up and made you a star and bought those tickets and bought those pay-per-views is because they want to say, my guy is better than your guy. You cheating your fans when you don't give them the opportunity to say, my guy is better than your guy. That's what the best do, bruh. The best show that they're the best because they fight the guys that y'all motherfuckers say is better than them. That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what keeps the sport going. That's what keeps the sport going. And I just don't like it, and I don't feel like Tank really wants to fight these fights because he don't want to lose that light. He's become addicted to being the guy on the top. And I'll do whatever I can to maintain being the guy on the top, even if it means avoiding people that might knock me off. But the thing he ain't realizing, the thing that Tank is not realizing, bruh, undefeated is not the thing that just makes you on the top, bruh. I know that's what your mentor Floyd Money Mayweather showed you. But that's not the only thing that makes you on top. Canelo is currently the face of boxing, and he has now 3 losses. And he's still bigger than all of you. It's not just about losing. It's about how you perform. It's about fighting the best. And it's about showing that you got that heart and that dog. If you get in there and you have a great performance and you lose, motherfuckers is still going to rock with you, bro. I don't know why he thinks people not going to rock with him if he lose. I don't know why he think that. He said in the press conference, he said, yo, Lamont Roach, y'all like to switch up on people. Y'all switched up. I feel like he was trying to say after Lamont Roach fight, people switched up on him. That come with being on the top, bro. Your real fans didn't. But that comes with being on the top, bro. You can't avoid that. You can't avoid that. And I got to be honest. For Tank to be the way he is, which is like, it seemed like he's trying to just take the fights that he knows he can win. That's what it seems like. I just really want him to understand the Floyd Mayweather era is over. Those days are gone. That worked for Floyd. You are not Floyd. You don't have to be undefeated. You don't have to be Mr. Perfect. You can be you and show us the dog that you possess and get in there with the guys that we not sure if you can beat them. Naji, Floyd Mayweather taught Tank how to move like this. Blame Floyd Mayweather. You know what, H Money? Salute to my guy, H Money. Make sure y'all check out his channel. H Money has great lives. Salute my boy, H Money. I kind of agree with this, man. I kind of agree, H. I do think that a lot of what I seen from Floyd Mayweather early with Tank, especially with guys like Lomachenko, Floyd used to say, y'all remember, Floyd used to tell Tank when he got mad at him, you know what? If you know what, this is how you acted, okay, I'm gonna put you in there with Lomachenko. That's how he used to act. I'm gonna put you in there with Lomachenko because you want to do that, Tank. All right, fine. And it put like that was like a scare tactic. That was a fear tactic. I'm going to put you in with a guy that might be able to beat you. And I think that mentality at such an early age was ingrained in his mind. And the thing about it, and I said this before, man, if you want to be Money Mayweather, you got to be Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? If Tank was riding Mayweather wave, Shakur riding Tank's wave. That makes no sense. That was a dumb. Nope, I don't fault him. I choose to understand where he's coming from, and I support him still. No slander. Yo, Just Do It. You talking about Tank? Tank ever been in a 50-50 fight? Yeah. Pedraza. All right. Let me drop the link, man. Yeah, because I got to hear y'all opinions. I want to hear what you think. Edwin Zalea, salute. Hey, big bro, I'm rocking with you. But he's literally said in interviews that he wants to be a better man for his daughter and change. Can we fault him for that? Edwin, salute, my brother. Thank you. I rock with you too, bro. Thank you. No, you know what? I don't fault him for that. But I think if that's what you want to do, it's time to hang him up. Pack it up. Give that WBA belt up. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's out here that really want them challenges, that really want to be in that position to fight for the top dogs. If you ain't there no more, I'm not going to knock you. Salute to you. Cheers. I cheers to Shmulio. But pack it the fuck up, my nigga. We don't want to see that. Pack it up. Pack it up. And that's admirable. If you want to change, you want to do that for your daughter, that's admirable. But you can't do both. You can't do both. You can't do both. All right, let me drop the link in the chat. I want to hear what y'all got to say. And also the last topic, they announced today Zufa Boxing. That's Dana White. That's Turkey Al-Sheikh. They have announced today that the Zufa Boxing deal is now on Paramount TV. This thing is coming whether you like it or not. It seems like, and listen, Donald Trump is Dana White's man. That's his man. It seems like the Ali Act is on the verge of being repealed. I saw my boy Sean Zattel, he stood up to Dana and said what he had to say. Hold on, let me take this share screen off. But Zufa Boxing, y'all. They're creating their own league. It's their own league. And they said that they're going to recognize the Ring Magazine rankings as the rankings for Zufa Boxing. So the thing is I don't know about how this is going to go, how it's going to work, because I think this is going to cause more division in the sport of boxing. Y'all remember when we had the era where everything, and this is the Floyd Mayweather, this is like the Floyd Mayweather era when everything was like the other side of the street. PBC came and they dominated and had all the fights, and anybody that wasn't PBC, they weren't making fights with, we're not making fights with you if you ain't PBC, bro. And that's what's going to happen with the Zufa Boxing, bro. We're going to get the other side of the street shit. That's what's going to happen. We're not going to be able to get the fights if they're cross promotions, bro. And I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of it. All right. Link is now in the chat. I want people to come up. I need my man Greg to come up. If Knockout Boxing is still here, pull up. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I like KO, man. KO's a real guy, man. I like KO. All right, link is in the chat. Y'all know how we do, man. Cameras on, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We gotta have the cameras on. I want to talk to you. I want to see you, man. I want the people to see you. Let's do this. Keep it respectful. And let's talk some boxing, man. I'm gonna pull up the Shmulio. Let me get a couple of people. Let me get let me get my boy Just Do up here, man. If you're not familiar with Just Do has a great channel. Just Do has a great channel. Just Do Boxing, one of the best channels in the YouTube space. Salute my boy Just Do. Just, what's good?
Talk to me. What's good with it? I hope you can see me a little bit. I'm in the dark.
Oh, okay. What's up, brother? How you living, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Yo, so talk to me, man. We got a couple of topics today.
Right.
Number one, let's talk with the Tank, man, because the Tank, it was Tank and Shakur. They was arguing back and forth. Tank said the sport of boxing is dead. He told Shakur he got to get it out the mud. He said, I'm turning my back on the fight. Tank's been taking a lot of heat, man. What you feel about Tank, bro? What you thinking about this situation?
I think now what we hearing from him, and I could be wrong, just my assessment based on what he been speaking on. Sound like it's something that we don't know exactly. Maybe something frustrating with the business of boxing. I could be wrong. And it sound like we hearing more of what his why was. A lot of times, I was saying this earlier, a lot of times we don't ask why these guys get into the sport of boxing. And I think with him, you could say that he tried to sell you he was going to be the best fighter, but I didn't hear that. I heard him saying he was going to make the money. And that's what he did. And it seemed like the fans are having a hard time accepting what they wanted for him might be different than what he wanted for himself. So you see a lot of people reduce everything he's done down to his resume or who he hasn't fought. But if you walk up to an average person from Baltimore and you tell them what's your opinion on Tank Davis, what they're gonna say? Somebody that know him, what they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's just what it is with him, man. He letting you know what he want, and it's not the fights that y'all interested in. And I don't think it has anything to do with being scared or ducking. I really don't. I think he was kind of conditioned to think that none of these guys are on your level. You knocking shit out, you selling tickets, they not doing that. So you hear it when he talk. When they ask him about Shakur, he downplays it. So it's like I can't think that he really believes some of the stuff he say, but you say that shit enough times, you start to believe it, man. So it's unfortunate that he in a space where he don't really, you know what I mean? Seem like he ready to retire. And I think a Jake Paul fight will set you up for that, right? Financially. So if you thinking about getting up out of here, get what I'm saying? Think about it. He had a draw, and I get it. It was controversy. But no way in no boxing conversation should we ever say that that man's a 30-year-old prospect. He ain't fought no real competition. Nah, you got to make it make sense. Has he fought the absolute best that's out there? No, but the same could be said for his contemporaries. So it's like we go back and forth with that shit. So I think
So
it's just a matter of what he want to do.
I hear you, Just. I
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
I think my only thing with that is
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just about the money, because if it
Yeah.
was solely the money, then it would be like Shakur outside of maybe Ryan Garcia would be, and outside of Jake Paul, because that fight hasn't happened yet, but excluding
Mm-hmm.
Jake Paul, that fight would be the biggest money fight available to you, especially
Mm-hmm.
if it's a Turkey Al Sheik fight, which now we're seeing a lot of other PBC guys, notably David Benavidez, who's fighting on PBC November 22nd. I see Louis
Right.
DeCubas always, he's there at a lot of the fights with Turkey now. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, if it was a Turkey fight and it was just about money, it would be like, I don't see why Shakur wouldn't be an option. To me, it seems like it's money, but also the fights that I can also know or guarantee a victory.
I mean, look, that's fair. But again, I think if you're a guy that's been vocal on numerous occasions about retiring and trying to be better, right? You want to be better. You hear it a little more consistently now. Think about it. Somebody that's advising you ain't gonna advise you to fight no Shakur. You get me? Like, think if you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's not the fight that you want to take. I don't think personally. So if and this is just my opinion, right? If you somebody that's ready to go and you're being advised or, anything, you sitting down with your folk, I don't think the
Yeah.
Shakur fight is the one that they tell you to take. I think that you get advised to take the Jake Paul fight if you're ready to go away, right? But if you 100% committed and locked in, then maybe I do influence you to satisfy the fans and go fight that dude from North. Go beat his ass or whatever the case. But not if you ain't 100% locked in on boxing. I just don't think Shakur is the fight to make. Get what I'm saying? That makes sense.
I would agree. No, that makes a lot of sense. Just so, but at what point is it like? Because I think a lot of his fans, it's not like, like you said, there's certain people that are like, yo, if you ask them kids from Baltimore how they feel, we love Tank. We don't give a fuck who he
Right.
fights. But I
Right.
think these other people where it's like, we are fans of you because we want to be like, our guy is better than your guy. Do you feel
Right.
like there's a point where you owe the fans that, or you don't feel like he don't owe the fans that?
And now this is the thing. This is tricky because I understand as fans of the sport, we feel like we support you through and through. So you could at least do us one by give us one back. But I think people need to take a step back and just realize that no matter how much we support him, even if you've been to all 31 Tank fights and you bought every pay-per-view that he's ever been on, he still respectfully, he don't owe it. He don't owe you anything. You get what I'm saying? He just don't. None of these fighters do. And we have a choice as fans when they fight. Do we watch them or do we not? You know what I'm saying? It's a choice. Tank never got a gun to your head. Like, look, you got to watch me when I fight. Buy my pay-per-view. And I feel like for him, maybe he don't check off the resume box, right? Maybe the fights that you want. But in terms of like being an attraction, selling tickets, performing, getting those knockouts, he check a lot of boxes. It might be one or two he don't check. And fans can't make peace with that. Like I want to see the fights too, but I can't want something more for you than you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's what you've been taught. I don't know. Seems like frustration whenever Shakur name comes up.
Yo, Just. Yo, Just. All right, I'm gonna have to drop him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got cut off. All right, let me go to my man Greg Hackett in the building. Greg Hackett, my brother, in the building. Greg, what's up, man?
Yo, Nas, what's going on?
Yo, Greg, what's up, man? Yo, they was cooking you in the comments, man. They ain't like what you was saying. Tank
Yeah.
said boxing is dead, and you said you understood that. A lot of people was disagreeing with you. Can you explain that? What do you feel like when he said boxing is dead? What do you feel like he was trying to say?
I mean, all you gotta do is think about when these fighters is up and coming. You ever notice how they talk when they up and coming? They want to fight any and everybody, and then they make it to the top. They get to the top, and then now it's nah. Why would I fight that guy? He don't have a following. Why would I fight that guy? He too big. Why would I fight that guy? You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going?
Yeah,
It gets so technical because now it's so much money involved. The fight, I feel like this fight can happen and it will happen. The problem is they trying to build a storyline between the two fighters. They trying to make it look like they completely hate each other. Think about it, Notch. If me and you not gonna fight, why the fuck we keep arguing about it? Why we keep
yeah,
acting like why do we as two grown men, if me and you know we're not gonna fight, you think we gonna carry this shit for years and years? Like for what? That's
yeah,
that's gonna at some point that's gonna really make me hate you. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I'm gonna really start hating you. You're gonna really get on my fucking nerves. So that's how you know they trying to just build it and get it to have some type of storyline. The reason they doing that, it's not like Mayweather and Pacquiao. Pacquiao had an entire country. Ricky Hatton had an entire country. When I just watched the rematch with Rick, I mean I just watched the fight with Ricky Hatton and Floyd, right? It was barely any black people in the crowd. You
mm,
understand? That's how many, and I'm only saying that because that's how many people he brought to the US. You get what I'm
yeah,
trying to say? Now, when you get a Shakur and a Tank, it's not that it's a great fight to us. It's a great fight to us, and it is a great fight. Stylistically, it's a great fight for boxing, but they're not gonna do those kind of numbers. You know what I'm saying? So with that, what Tank saying is what I think he's saying. I'm saying I think it's just my opinion. I'm tired of all this wrestling shit. It's shit like wrestling now. You know what I'm saying? Every week
mm,
I'm forced to talk about a guy in a way where I don't even feel like that for real. I don't give a fuck if we fight or not because we fighters at the end of the day. I'm saying that because in the amateurs, you can't pick who you gonna fight. If we both advancing in the tournament and we run into each other, then it's the best fight in the best. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But in this situation in the pros, people they leave people spun because nobody really understand what's going on with the business part. So the people think it's the fighters. And they think it's the fighters because they the characters. They the ones that's being asked to say these things. They the one that's being asked to move a certain way. What I keep trying to remind people is these fighters are not dealing with their own money. This is somebody else's money. So when somebody putting money up, they want what they want out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't even want to do this Jake Paul shit, but it's the fact they getting paid. He getting paid. So you know how many people on Tank's side gonna make great money off of him taking that fight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And and what they trying to do is build not their catalog, but they trying to build. They base it in today's world. Everything is based off followers and fans and shit like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So they trying to build all that up. You know what I mean? To make a super fight when really it is already a super fight. The problem is though the people that's running it, they not seeing it. So that's why they didn't fight yet. You know what I mean? They didn't fight because the people. If you look at Shakur's side, he was with Top Rank the whole time. Bob, not just giving you his golden goose. We're not about to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not about to just give you my golden goose and then you think you're gonna do what you want. Now, once Shakur, his numbers start going down or whatever, and Shakur wasn't knocking nobody out, Bob like, man, fuck it. I gotta let him go. He costing me too much money. Tank, on the other hand, it don't matter who he fight, we gonna watch it. Why? Because he gonna most likely knock him the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Now he got this fight with Lamont actually made his career a little more interesting. You know what I mean? Because now we gotta wait and see if he gonna dig in his bag or if he gonna tamper with the retirement. Here's the thing why he keeps saying retire. If he retire for a year, you think his value gonna go up or down?
I think it'll go up.
You know why? You know why it's gonna go up? Because we gonna miss him. You know why we gonna miss him? Who doing it like that? Who knocking the motherfucker cold out and then getting on the top rope and then backflipping off the top rope? You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really putting on a show like Tank. It's some guys out here that's whooping ass. It's some good. You got your Abdullah Masons, you got your Boots Ennis and shit like that. But it's something about Tank. It's just something about how he look. It's something about the way he do it. Now, for all of that, right? Think about the people who talk to him every day and pipe his head up with that type of shit. The shit he be saying where he telling Shakur, you gotta get it out the mud. They have groomed him to believe he the greatest actor on earth right now. You know what I'm saying? So he talking in a way that's not how fighters talk. He talking in a way it's like I'm better than you, I've been better than you, and you nowhere close to me. When he know Shakur give him a great fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's all being put together by the bosses. They asking these guys to do that because this is not how fighters act, bro. We're not gonna be talking all day, bro.
But Greg, at what point do we say, like, Tank is, like I said, I always say he's one of two faces of boxing. There's Canelo and then there's him. I
Yeah.
mean, arguably maybe now Bud Crawford, we got to see, by his next fight. But it's like, at what point do we say when you the guy, you get to call the shots? Like a guy like Canelo calling his own shots. Nobody can tell Canelo what to do. So what point can we say for Tank is like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got we want to see this guy, or if not Shakur, people want to see the Lamont Roach rematch, or you know what I'm saying? At what point do we say like, yo, Tank, you gotta fight one of these type of guys?
Tank is a hell of an attraction. He is. But when Mayweather was doing them $100 million nights, $150 million nights, $200 million nights, it's because, bro, he fought to get it there. He built that shit there. Tank ain't at that point yet. He could call shots on some things, but his deal is obviously different from Mayweather's. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather had to go through a lot of court situations, a lot of little shit with the shit. And I'm pretty sure Tank have too, because it's a lot of shit we don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be a lot of paperwork on these dudes, man. And they can't really call the shots. We think they call the shots because they running around talking like that. But just think about it. If you own the business and you hire somebody to be a manager, and even though you got him running the business, he don't call the shots. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's just the guy running the business, but he not calling this. You calling the shots. You get what I'm saying? So imagine being Turkey Al Sheik. Imagine being Al Heyman. Imagine being Eddie Hearn and all these other guys, Frank Warren and all them, Oscar De La Hoya. Imagine being all them guys and the fighter telling you what to do, and you the one that got him there.
Hold on. So do you feel like at some point that he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, or is it like?
I think it is. I think they is gonna fight. That's what all this arguing is about. The arguing is listen, they're not gonna fight tomorrow. They're not gonna fight next month. We know that. They're not gonna fight. Maybe the middle of next year or the end of next year. Maybe they'll fight. But I believe they're gonna fight because it is a super fight. The problem is though, we gotta make it look like that. So that's what all the arguing is about. That's what all the bullshit about. These guys doing interviews, right? And half of the interview is about the other fighter.
Yeah.
They don't sound like build up to you.
What the media is making it a build up. It's like even if you don't want to talk about it, they gonna make you talk about it because that's what we want to see. You know what I'm saying?
But you also do know this, Naj. Some of the media guys is getting pressed to ask certain questions too.
Yeah, that's true. That
You
is
know what I
true.
mean? and to put out narratives too. We know that shit happen every day.
So you don't feel like he's scared of losing? Because I ain't gonna lie, G, to me it'd be looking like he's scared of losing. And when I say that, it seemed like he taking the path of least resist, like most money, least resistance. Because when people say, "Yo, Tank just want to make the most money," if it was make the most money, Shakur gonna be to make the most money. You would have made more than fighting Lamont. You would have made more than fighting Frank Martin, Hector Luis Garcia. We could go on and on. Shakur would have been the biggest payday other than maybe Ryan Garcia. So I'm like, it seemed like it's not just the money. It's like money mixed with who I can also make sure I could beat.
But imagine if Tank, imagine if Tank would have knocked Lamont out and then knocked somebody else out. We know Tank is already a knockout artist. We know that. He didn't knock Lamont out. All right. He didn't knock Lamont out. All right, cool. But that was the plan. He was supposed to, right? Shakur, we know is just looking for the win. He just trying to get the win.
Yeah.
When all the smoke clear, if you got them two sitting there, they're gonna have to fight. The problem is Shakur name is strong, but it's like you got a lot of people that's like, I don't really want to watch Shakur. Tank name is strong, but it's like Tank always got some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We needed to be strictly boxing. We needed to be strictly boxing, but it's just weird. It's weird trying to explain it, man. Because people don't really understand how fucked up the business is. It's a lot of fighters that been robbed. I'm pretty sure Tank been robbed. I'm pretty sure Shakur been robbed. And by rob, I'm talking about by their bosses, by their advisors, by the I mean motherfuckers be stealing money and all types of shit. So bro, these wolves be really trying to make some great money. And yeah, you're right. That would be the most they made. But then it's like, all right, if we fight right now, who we gonna fight next? You get what I'm saying? So all right, let's say Shakur and Tank fight right now, and let's say they make 30 million apiece, right? You think they gonna make 30 million the next fight?
Fuck no.
You think they gonna make 30 to 1 after that?
Probably not.
That's why they holding on to it. That's
You
why
got
they
to build
do.
another guy. You're gonna have to build another guy to do that.
And it's going to take too long. It's going to take too long, Notch. So all they trying to do is stay undefeated, and then when the time comes, you got to look at the game. Look at Bud 38 right now. He was 37 when he fought Canelo. Canelo was 34. But Tank what 30 and Shakur 28, 29. You get what I'm saying? It's going to happen. It's going to happen, but they trying to build it up because if they fight right now, who they going to fight to make that kind of money again? Now, the reason Mayweather was able to do it because Mayweather was more than a fighter. Mayweather is really an entertainer. When he did that Dancing with the Stars shit, that was the smartest shit ever, bro. Because to see Floyd Mayweather getting out there and dancing, and then he was winning. He was winning for a few weeks. He was out there for like 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So the world is getting to see him jump outside of the ring and do something different that's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So you got a bunch of people who watching that don't know Floyd Mayweather, but now it's like, oh, I want to see that guy. I heard he's a boxer. Then they see him box, like, oh man, he's pretty good. He's nice. You know, he's undefeated. He's this and that. These two guys is just fighters. They just fighters. So that's what all the arguing is about, bro. They got because ain't no way, ain't no way if me and you not fighting, we about to get on this bitch and keep arguing and argue for years, bro. Then all they trying to do is keep the flame lit, bro. That's it.
That makes sense. All right, what you think about the Lamont rematch? Is that something that you feel like he got to do? Me and you scored it. We both felt like Lamont won even without the knee. Is that something like, yo, you got to go get that back? Or is that like, we don't really need it, whatever? Like, we don't got to take that?
I think he definitely got to do it again because that's like the most vulnerable we ever seen Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think he got to make that right. He definitely got to make that right, and I think he will. But it's just he's frustrated because his name is just always in the tabloids for some other shit. Some other shit. It's like they always fucking with him about something. You know what I'm saying? He can't get a break.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let me ask you this, G. Switching gears. They talked today about Zufa Boxing. Turkey Al Sheikh, Dana White. They got their Zufa Boxing, which now is, once they appear allegedly supposed to be repealing the Ali Act so that they could create their own league, right? Their own league, their own belt, their own rankings. They said that they're going to acknowledge the ring rankings as the rankings for the Zufa Boxing. What do you think about that, man? Do you feel like this is something that's going to help the sport of boxing, or do you feel like this could hurt the sport of boxing?
I think it's going to help and it's going to hurt. I think it's going to help because it's a bunch of guys in boxing who can fight. They ain't making no money. They make money, but they ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah,
a chance. This is a chance to get your face known. You know what I'm saying? Get your talent shown. You know what I'm saying? And really get yourself out here and make some all right money. I'm saying all right money because it's gonna be better than what you're making. But at the same time, what Dana White trying to do is set everything at a minimum where like he do the MMA fighters. You know what I'm saying? You never hear about the MMA fighters making $10 million, $15
yeah,
million. You know what I'm saying? But these is guys who they world class guys, they famous guys, but they not making big money because Dana White got that shit tied down. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
gonna work. It's gonna work because it's a bunch of guys in boxing. Like if you saw that card that Jalil Hackett fought on there, right? That
yeah,
underground card, that was actually a good idea because it was a bunch of guys who was like evenly matched. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of the fights didn't look that way, but a lot of those fights was evenly matched, and it was a pretty good card. It wasn't the best card, but it was a pretty good card. Shit like that, guys is gonna be interested in because you're gonna get a chance. Well, no matter if you A side or B side, you're gonna get a chance to at least fight on TV. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's what most fighters is looking for because if I can get on there once, I can get on there again. So that's what this shit is about. So it's good for boxing in a way where it's gonna be a lot of guys who we never heard of, getting a chance. But it's bad because they're gonna be trying to set the bar for you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. The other thing I don't like about it, G, is like I feel like because they're gonna create their own league and their own shit, they not gonna be playing with nobody else. It's like you only gonna fight who's over here in our system. And I feel like that's just gonna create the shit where we used to have, during the Mayweather Pacquiao era, and Terence Crawford was a byproduct of it, where you on the other side of the street, so ain't no fights. And that's the only thing I'm really scared of is that once they create their own shit, they not gonna work with nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that could be true. That could be true.
All right, lastly, G, let me ask you this before I go to the next caller. Your boy Boots.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Boots been taking a lot of heat these last couple of months, G. They've been
yeah.
on Boots' ass. They saying he's scared of Virgil and he ain't really doing this and doing that. What you feel like? Do you feel like what this fight at 54 is gonna satisfy people where they like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna respect Boots a little more, or wait, what you feel like Boots got to do to get back into the? Because I feel like a year, it just started like a year now that niggas been like kind of not liking Boots in a way. But
Yeah.
like, what do you think is gonna take to get back to where everybody like, all right, Boots is that guy?
I mean, first off, we gotta respect Lima. You know why we gotta respect Lima? Look what just happened to Telez. Telez went in there and tried to play with that African, and that African beat his ass. That can happen to anybody. So we're not playing. We're not playing with Lima. That's first of all. Just because people don't know him, don't mean he not a man. You know what I mean, he a man first. So we gonna respect him as such. Now, the other thing is, you know what it's gonna take. He gonna have to beat Fundora. He gonna have to beat Bakram. He gonna have to beat these guys that they say is the guys. Virgil, if they say he a guy, whoever they say is a guy, he gonna have to beat him. Yeah, I'm not mad at the decision to fight Lima because from me looking from the outside in, that was the guy that was open to take the fight. You know what I mean? Everybody else was acting like they had dates or acting like they was tied up. They was in mandatories and all types of other shit. Nobody want to be honest about it, but it is what it is. Now, if a lot of people saying, "Oh well, Boots asked for tune-ups," and Lima's not a tune-up. He not a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? He a top 10 guy. He a top
I don't
10.
really know him like that. I'm gonna keep it stacked. I
Yeah,
got to
but
do my homework. I don't know him.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what, Naj? It was a time we didn't know Lucas Matisse. It was a time we didn't know Ricky Hatton. It was a time we didn't know certain guys. We didn't know them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then they came to America, they caused problems, and now we talk about them. It was a time we didn't know Manny Pacquiao. You understand? It was a time we didn't know what's my man that hit Floyd in his head? Man had him walking funny back to
Oh,
Mandana.
Madonna. Yeah,
Yeah,
Marcos.
it was times we didn't know these guys. You know what I'm saying? They come to America and they make their name. So I'm respecting the opponent.
Yeah. Do you feel like Boots is gonna step up to one of them guys next? You know what I'm saying? Like after Lima, do you feel like it's gonna be one of them guys that we know?
The question is, are one of those guys gonna want to fight him? That's gonna be the question, Naj. I'm telling you.
Because Virgil's saying he want that. I ain't gonna lie. Virgil been adamantly saying like he want the Boots fight. I think that's a fight. You know what? I feel like Boots started really catching the heat in that post press conference when he said I might have to go to 54. I think that's what I feel like. What that moment was the moment that everybody was like, aha, I knew it. That you know what I'm saying? Gee,
Yeah,
I feel like that was the moment right there. So it's
yeah.
like, I don't know, man. It's like I like Boots, but I just want to know what it's gonna take because I feel like a lot of people been against them in the last like couple months.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen, man. They trying to create another villain, man. If you know what's so crazy, I heard Bernie talking about Boots, and there was some things he was saying about his opponents. You know, they used to say the same shit about Bud opponents.
Mm.
It's to say the same shit.
They definitely used to say that. I ain't gonna lie. I
And
remember.
and in the same way, Earl Spence and them and Keith Thurman tried to treat Bud or did treat Bud, Bud treated Boots the same way.
So you think Bud should have fought him?
No, I'm not. Listen, I think that's the best fight in boxing to me honestly. But I can't say he should have fought him because he did what he did in his career, and he had a tough career. They gave him a hard time all the way through. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is the same way they did him and they dismissed him and they talked about he ain't fight nobody. They doing the same thing with Boots.
Okay. Now that's a good point. That's a good point. I ain't mad at that. I ain't even mad at that. Well, shit, Greg, yo, I appreciate you pulling up, man.
For
Thank
sure.
you, brother. We definitely
For
gotta do
sh-
some shit.
you already know. Get with me.
All right, later. All right, let me get B the sly one and then Los. B the sly one. What's popping?
Yo, what you saying, Naj? What you saying?
Wagwan, Bradgen.
Come
Wagwan.
on, come on.
Yo,
What can I say, man? What can I say?
There's a lot of topics today, but let's start on Tank, man. We talking about Gervonta Tank Davis.
Like, actually, not even a tank thing. Let's start on a Crawford thing, man. Because I want to talk about real boxing.
You want to go to Crawford? All right, go ahead.
Wait,
Go to
first
Crawford.
thing for you were out there for it, innit?
Yeah, I was out there. Yep.
What were you thinking of the atmosphere? Lit, innit?
Man, it was a lot. It was a lot of a lot of people out there. It was a lot of energy. It's still different than like a Floyd type of energy. A
Okay.
Tank. It's still a little different. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of people out there and still a lot of boxing fans.
Yeah, no, for real, man. No, for all I can say, for me personally, in my opinion, because I don't even want to do the comparing thing. Because I kind of like how the way that Crawford moved, trying to just be like, listen, I'm the greatest of my generation. Floyd's the greatest of his generation. But without a doubt, Crawford's the greatest fighter in his generation. There's no one that can compare to him.
Yeah.
That's
You can't even
facts.
debate it. You can't even debate it. Like it is what it is. Terence Crawford has shown he's the guy of this generation.
Exactly. And there's definitely something I also want to address as well. Because a lot of people are saying that, about Crawford's because I think Greg just put up something about Crawford's opponents and all of this. But the difference is that Jerome Boots Henson only fought like 2 former world champions or something, so you can't really compare that. So I never understand why they keep comparing Boots with Crawford. The only thing that's similar is the style switches. That's it. Both switch hitters. That's it.
Oh, you're saying from a resume standpoint? You're saying?
Yeah, from the resume statement. Because I'm not sure where Greg was on about there talking about trying to compare the resumes because there's a huge difference. They talked crap on both their resumes, but the difference is one man's fought at least over 10 world champions and the other guys had something like 34, 35 fights and fought only 2 world champions. So it was a lot of tomato cans at resume.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Bro, burn the candle, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, Candle is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. So come on, man. We got to get to the Tank, man. Everyone's been talking about Tank Davis. Where are we at, man? Be the sly one. Where we at, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, I find it funny, man, the way you punked all these fans. I can't even lie to you. I knew what he was there to do something. And you know what? As a man, I can't actually blame him. Because do you know what is he saying? I got to look after my family. I got to make sure I'm getting paid and all these other things. So I don't blame him for what he's done, the way he's getting the Jake Paul fight. Like, I don't rate him as a boxer like that, as in talent-wise, yeah, but as in having the heart of a boxer, of course he doesn't. Because that's why he knows people like Shakur sees as other. He's scared of fighting tough fights. Because I was actually kind of shocked that he didn't rematch Lamont first. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of did expect him to, but when he didn't, I was just like, yeah, nah, this guy is he's not that guy or something. He's just completely not. And I feel like with him, it just showed that he's one of those guys where, like, you can have all the talent in the world, but you still got to have all the heart. Otherwise, you're not going to really achieve anything achieve the big stuff in boxing. Because that's why, like, he'll be talking the numbers and stuff. And obviously, he's a star in that, right? But in boxing, when it's here and done, he's not going to be remembered. There's no way this guy gets in the Hall of Fame. There's levels to it.
Yeah. Oh, but what do you feel like? What do you think about him and Shakur going at it? Do you feel like he's supposed to fight Shakur? Do you feel like it's okay? We've received a lot of different opinions here tonight. Some people saying, like, that's he's not really here to do that and make the best fights. He just wants to make money. What's your opinions just on him not fight, saying Shakur got to get it out the mud?
Yeah, like, that's Tank's opinion. He doesn't have to fight Shakur because he doesn't have the heart to. I'll be real to you. As soon as I saw that draw, I'll be honest with you, I've never really been interested in watching really Tank fights. Not in terms of not like for style wise, he's obviously like talented, got skills, but in terms of actual doing stuff in boxing, he's never really bothered. The only reason why I had to have a bit more focus on him was because obviously he's holding that WBA belt hostage. If he wasn't, I wouldn't even care, truth be told. But now he looks like he's retiring. Yeah, he doesn't have to fight Shakur Stevenson. Like, if you're asking as a boxing fan, did I want it? Yeah, I thought it would have been a really good style matchup. Even though I might have had Shakur winning, I still saw ways to victory for Tank winning. But I don't really care because the guy showed his heart. He showed that he had a draw. He was just like, I don't even have the heart to rematch a guy when I was lucky to get a draw where people think, even though both you and Greg scored it and then said that even without the knee, you lot thought that Lamont won. Same way how it is. So to me, he showed that obviously he doesn't really have a heart for it, but obviously he's going to get well paid. So obviously I got to respect that. So he's going to do what needs to be done, and that's really it. So
okay,
I can't really knock him for it.
Let me Killer B, nigga, Tim Bradley got in the Hall of Fame. Put some respect on Tim Bradley's name.
Let me say,
Tim Bradley has fought a lot of good opponents, my guy. I don't know what you're thinking. You might be just thinking about Tim Bradley, the announcer. But if you actually got up here and watched Timothy Bradley's career, he's beaten a lot of tough opponents. And he's definitely Hall of Fame worthy. You're bugging out.
Yeah, so I think he sipped a bit too much like Dom Julio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he on the Shmulio. Y'all talking about me. That nigga is on the Shmulio. All right. So let me ask you this though. Zufa Boxing. They just announced today Zufa Boxing will be going by the Ring Magazine rankings. They're saying that, this thing is happening, man. Zufa Boxing. What do you think about everything? Dana White, Turkey Al-Sheikh creating their own league.
I just hope it's not like the PBC situation. That's all I'm saying. Because for the longest, I've been hearing about they're looking to bring all promoters together. So I'm not hoping there's not what certain other people had concerns about that. They'll obviously, the beginning, they'll obviously try and work with everyone. But once they feel like they've gathered enough knowledge, they're going to break up and do break away and do their own thing. And I'm hoping it's not really going to be that. Because for me, with Dana White in it, there's no denying that it's going to help boxers. I say, like, it's going to bring more eyes to the sport, but just like whether our boxers are going to get treated fairly or they're going to be issues with it, or are we going to have problems setting up certain types of fights? And that's not really what I want to see happening. Because I just want to see, for me as a boxing fan, I just want to see the best fight the best and be entertained. As simple as that. But, that at the end of the day, so far, you can give the benefit of the doubt with Turkey Al-Sheikh because so far he's done good stuff for boxing, but at the same time, because it's with Dana White, it's a bit of a, I don't know, man, not feeling it like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't think it's gonna be one of those situations where they're working with other promoters. It's like if you're creating your own league and your own rankings and your own belt, that seems like you're trying to create everything just to be in-house.
Yeah, that sounds like a breakaway. That's the thing. It literally sounds like a breakaway.
Breakaway. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt, but it's just like, I'm not. It's just like them ones where like people think they could be slick and smart by dressing it up with certain little nice words and stuff, but if a smart person can see through the bullshit and see for what it is, and it sounds like it's a breakaway league. If you're talking about you're going to be using the Ring magazine rankings and stuff, then that sounds away almost like the freeze.
That's a breakaway, man. That's what it is. That's what it sounds like to me. Is like I just don't see them working with everybody else. If we got our own rankings, we're saying that the Ring magazine belt is the one. What do they have? Like, what's the reasoning for us to go and see somebody else? Why would we do that? We got our own rankings. We got our own belt. Why would we work with anybody else?
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It feels like it was a way, and everyone's always said that certain people always said that for all this money that Turkali Sheikh's invested, he's obviously at some point going to want a return on his investment. So this could be the start of how it is going to get it. Like, I don't think it's not going to really affect the current boxers from now to 3 years, I don't think, but it's more for like moving forward afterwards. And I feel like it could be certain issues, because the thing is, we want boxing to keep getting stronger and prosperous. We're not really trying to have it go into the ages of when it was like the heavyweight division, like when it was like on the Klitschko's, when I was dead boring. We're not trying to have stuff like go on.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. Well, listen, yo, B, I appreciate you pulling up, my brother. Yo, we here. Matter of fact, every Mondays now is the new time, man. So while football season is going on, so this is where we at, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And just this one here as well. All you Crawford fans that was hating, stay mad. Stay mad.
Ooh-wee. All right. Yo, Slide One, we appreciate you, bro.
I'm out.
All right. Yo, let me get Los, man. Let me get Los. Los, what's popping?
What's up, my boy Nod?
What's up, my brother? What's going on, man? How you living?
You can see me. I'm in the truck, man. It's kind of dark here. You can see me? Are you good?
Yeah. I see you on the road working, bro. How you living, man?
I'm good, man. I'm from the rack, bro. Chicago, man. Inglewood, man. Can't call in. I'm finna
yeah, I love it out there. I got a lot of friends out there, man. In Chicago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Inglewood. A couple of my boys from Marshfield, you know what I'm saying? So
okay. For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
so let's talk some boxing, man. Let's talk some boxing.
I want to touch on this Tank, man. Man,
this
Tank, bro.
How you feeling?
Man, I was listening to Greg, man. I heard him say something about a build up. Hey, come on, man. Come on, bro. Y'all really think Tank finna give Shakur that fight, bro? He not finna fight Shakur, bro. Like he really, like, it's dead. Like, I've been saying it. He don't want to fight nobody that's a threat to him, bro. We've been seeing it. Like we've been seeing it, bro. The proof is in the pudding, bro. Just go back to Pitbull. It was a tough fight for him, right? And they asked him, did he want a rematch? What'd he say? He say, hell no. Same thing with Lamont. I don't think Lamont gonna get that rematch, bro. I honestly think Lamont not gonna get that because the fight's too tough for him. He thought Lamont was gonna be a cakewalk, easy, like, a little money grab for him, did something for their city or whatever. But he found out it was a dog fight. It was a real dog fight. He don't like dog fights, bro. And I came to the conclusion a long time ago, bro. Like, with Shakur, he knows Shakur ain't an easy task, bro. Everybody know that, bro. So that's why you think it's a lot of back and forth, bro. And I really don't think it's happening, bro. I really don't think, bro. And I think this is his last fight with after he fight Jake Paul, I think he done, bro. I really think he done, because you got to look at it, bro. Like, he can't go back and fight no C-level, B-level fighters no more, bro. Like, he see the boxing community onto him. Like, he can't give us that no more. He can't.
So what do you think? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what you saying? You think after Jake Paul is definitely retirement? Like,
it's over with. He not. I don't think he not gonna get Shakur that fight. He not gonna get Lamont. I don't think he gonna get Lamont Roast that fight. He don't want no tough fights, bro. So unless he fights somebody like Floyd Schofield or let me see, fight Andy Cruz, not even fight them, cause them like you see what I'm saying? It's no more C-level, no Hector Garcias, and it's no disrespect to them, cause they fighters. But we know who that elite comp is and who the C level and B level fighters. It's really none left for him to fight, bro. Just think about it. It's nobody he can be like, yeah, I'm gonna choose him. It's really nobody he can go back and fight and think he gonna get an easy win with. It's over with. That little phase is over with, bro. So he know the boxing community on to him, bro. He can't give us that. He can't cheat us with that no more. So now it's all top elite competition, bro. You got Shakur. You can go to 140. You got T.O. and them up there at that 140. He not moving. It's like it's too much elite comp now. He can't go back down the ladder, bro.
You know
like,
who I think they would do? You know what I think? They would go for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, hey, that'd be a good one. I thought about that too. A money fight. It's money and
Yeah.
I think he'll do that after Jake Paul. That's what I think he'll do. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. He might do that too. He might do that. He might
that's the one.
Manny Pacquiao.
That's a beatable guy, right? You could beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's older. It's a
Yeah,
money
older.
fight.
Yeah. It ain't the old Pac-Man. It ain't gonna be too tough for him. It's gonna be right up his alley. But
They saying you got swinger rims on your 18-wheeler.
A swing of rims.
Yeah, that's they say it in the chat. Oh, you in the 18-wheeler though? You in the 18-wheeler?
Yeah, I'm in the 18-wheeler right now. Yeah, I'm in the truck. I'm on the damn
Make
ride.
sure you stay safe, nigga. I gotta make sure you safe out here, man. I gotta make sure my people safe.
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm a real trucker, man. I'm good. I do this. I'm a real trucker, man.
All right, so hold up.
Okay.
No, go ahead. No.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, all right. So because if we're talking, you saying you don't think the Tank Shakur fight's ever gonna happen? Like it's dead,
Man,
it's over.
I promise you, I don't think Tank ain't gonna he not gonna fight Shakur, bro. It's over with. It's dead. It's dead, bro. He's not gonna.
Who
fight
you
him,
got
bro.
in that fight though? How you see that fight?
You know what's crazy? I'm Crawford team. Like I'm with Shakur. I had Tank. I had Tank to get him. And Shakur, my man. You know why? You know why I had Tank? This how I know, man. He don't even believe in himself, bro. Like Tank got all the skills and he got power, bro. He got skills and power.
Yeah.
He can knock you out with a body punch. He ain't gotta necessarily go for the headshot with Shakur. You know, everybody be trying to go for the headshot. Man, if you really boss, if you get in that gym and do what you gotta do, bro, that's why I said, look, bro, I'm Shakur crazy. I'm just being a realist. I ain't being biased. I had Tank to win that fight, bro, because he got the skills and he got power in both hands. Power, bro, and he got the IQ.
Right.
Got the IQ, bro. And I'm Shakur crazy. I'm Shakur crazy, bro. I'm just being real with myself.
Yeah. What you think about Lamar Roach though? You think he should do the rematch? You think that we'll see a rematch?
Man, like I would want to. Like that's what it should have been right now, man. But like I say, bro, he found out he stepped his foot in something he couldn't, too tough for him. He don't like tough fights. He don't like it, bro. He don't like tough fights. Anything that's tough, he going the other way. Like, no, I ain't. He ain't got to deal with it. See, he got the Jake Paul fight. He ain't thinking about that. He ain't thinking about it. Then right after that, like you said, Manny Pacquiao. He don't care. He don't want no tough fights, bro.
Yeah.
No tough fights.
Okay, so let me ask you this though. We was also talking about they announced today that Zufa Boxing, that's Dana White, Turkey Al-Sheikh, they're making their own league. It seems like that's the next thing that's supposed to be happening. What did you hear about it? And if so, what'd you think?
I think it's gonna be good for boxing, man. I think what Turkey doing is like you said, boxing lit right now. He giving us the fights we want, like month after month after month, like fights coming. Like Turkey paying them. So I think that what they did, I think they gonna grab some fighters and they ain't gonna have no choice but to fight the best. He gonna put them. He gonna matchmake. Like, okay, you want to come over here? Y'all want to join us? Y'all gotta fight the best. Ain't no more tune-ups and all that fighting the C-level fighters. No, y'all gotta give us. Y'all gotta give it to us now. We ain't trying to wait 5, 6, 7 years for a good fight. Let's
Yeah,
get it
that's a
now.
fact.
Like I said, a L don't determine like don't determine you as a fighter. It's still it's fighters out here with L's and still great. Canelo just took an
I agree.
L. It's still great. One of the
You right.
best.
You
Still
right.
can sell out arenas. Still
You
stadiums
right
and
about
all
that.
that. So I just think they gotta just get away from that, man, and just fight, bro. Like no matter what, just go out there on your shield, like, and just fight, man. You gonna gain respect. If you go out there and fight, bro, you gonna get respect, bro. No matter what, you gonna get respect, bro.
That's a fact, bro. And that's what I feel like we need to promote as boxing fans, because I feel like everybody just trying to protect that old and stay
Yeah,
undefeated. And it's like, yo, you could still get love and be one of them guys that, you know, you went out and fought the best, even if you took an L on a given night.
right, exactly. And I want to touch up on another thing I heard Greg say about Boots, and he said he said they did Bud the same, but they did Bud the
Yeah,
same way. They didn't
yeah,
want to
they
give
did
him a
Bud the
shot.
same way that they did Boots.
Nah, I think that situation is different, man. Cause um but Bud was at 140, he's undisputed, and he came right to 147. So you got to look at it like this. Boots, we see the talent, we see it, bro. Like you said earlier, you just can't jump all the way to Samsung, bro. You can't do that, bro. And we see the greatness in Boots, bro. We see it, but you gotta fight, bro. You had fights on the table, bro, that you denied. You had Brian Norman Jr. I don't know however that went. Then you had T.O., you had Devin, you had Virgil, and ain't none, you ain't give us none of them fights. But you said out your mouth that you want all the big names the big name in the fights, and they was handed to you, and you ain't give it to us, bro. So you saying that now that you supposed to just jump all the way to Bud? No, Bud worked this way out there, bro. He fought people, bro. He fought.
Mm, mm.
You just fought, and I'm not disrespecting Boots and none of that, bro. Like I say, we only criticize you because we see the talent, bro. We see it, but you ain't giving it to us, bro. We
Well,
want to
Greg
see you
said,
be great.
somebody said that, but Greg said he was trying to say not the individual. He said I wasn't comparing Boots to Bud, more so how the people is treating them. He was saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get. Okay, my
But
bad,
I,
Grant.
but I
My
see
bad.
what you're saying though. I agree though that is Crawford was still fighting them guys even back then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he was beating guys, winning
And
titles.
you know,
They
I don't know. You mentioned 140. Let's be honest. Julius Ndongo wasn't really. I ain't gonna cap that way. Julius Ndongo was. He wasn't all that. I do give him Victor
right.
Postal. Motherfuckers was sleeping on Victor Postal because he just
Yeah,
whooped. He whooped. I'm about to say Sabril Matias. Lucas Matisse. He whooped on Lucas Matisse when Lucas Matisse was the boogeyman at that time.
right.
Uh, I gotta give him credit. I ain't gonna shit on him for that, but you know what I'm saying? He was beating some guys back then, though.
Right, yeah. So yeah, that's all I was saying about that situation. Cause hey, look, like I say, man, we see that talent what Boots got, bro. And the only reason why we own him like that because we want to see him be great. He that good. We see it. He the next one. Let's go out there
Yeah.
and beat them guys up, man. Cause he got the opportunity left to right. He got it. He got the opportunity, bro. Guys didn't had it like Bud. It was hard for him to get them fights. They didn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
Boots got it, bro. He can get it. Virgil, T.O., Devin, Brian Norman, he got the fights.
Yeah.
He just
I
got to
agree.
go on out there, man, and show the people why he one of the ones, man. Cause I think he one of the ones. He just got to show us.
Nah, I think so too. You're right, man. Yo, Los, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Yo, drive
Appreciate you,
safe
Nod.
tonight, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
All right, later.
All right.
All right, man. Yo, let me get my last two guests before I get up out of here, man. Last two. I appreciate y'all pulling up on a Monday. This is the new time. It's a little light today. Usually we at 500. We light today because I changed the day and I told y'all last minute and I've been off. But tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Cigar Talk Monday nights, 7:30. I changed the day so that y'all motherfuckers could watch your little football, whatever the fuck you want to watch. This boxing, though. Let me bring up another guest. Let me get Jay Smith to the stage. Let me get Jay Smith. Salute. Jay Smith, what's popping?
What's the deal? First of all, man, before I say what I gotta say, I want to say salute to you, Cigar Talk, man. You grinding hard and you out here talking real boxing talk. You know, you're not spitting conspiracies, you're not spitting game, you're not blowing, capping. You doing real boxing stuff. You know, you speaking the good work. So I appreciate you, my brother. That's the first thing I want to start off with.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man.
No doubt. So, we're talking about Terence Crawford and Jerome Boots Henderson and all that good stuff. The first thing I want to say is that people try to disregard the fact that Terence Crawford actually sent an offer to Boots, and Boots could afford him on BLK Prime. Bozy is on video saying, yo, they made the offer, but I decided to be loyal to Espinoza and Showtime, and we chose not to because we was loyal. But they had that option. That ship has sailed. We have to accept it. Crawford said, I'm not going down to 154. He might choose to, but right now, it doesn't look like that's what he's planning on doing. But this is what I want to say, my brother. This is what I just want to point out. I just want to say some names real quick. You mentioned Victor Postol, right? But
yeah,
after that, he beat Felix Diaz. That's a former world champion, and he was actually an Olympic gold medalist. Then after that, he beat Ndango, who we don't think was all that, but he beat Jeff Horn, who was undefeated and coming off of a win, beating Manny Pacquiao.
The beating Manny Pacquiao was a very suspect beating Manny Pacquiao, but that was cool, but I don't know.
But what the record book show is that he won. You gotta give me that, right?
The record book say that, yeah.
Right, I'm going with the facts. After that, he beat Amir Khan, former world champion. He beat Kell Brook, former world champion. Beat Sean Porter.
Great fight.
What I'm telling you is, even before he got to Errol Spence, Terence Crawford been putting in that work, B. But unfortunately, and I think you could agree with me on this, my brother, ever since Terence Crawford got to the welterweight division, man, they started this whole other side of the street narrative. They started this whole diminishing everything he do, diminishing his accomplishments, diminishing his worth. Bob Arum made a shitload of money off of this man. And when it became evident that he wasn't going to sign with Top Rank, what he do? Oh, I'm losing money. I ain't making no money off of him. Started diminishing his value right away. What did the PVC machine do? My brother, let's keep it real. Wasn't the first time that we ever heard that phrase, the other side of the street. Was it not when Terence Crawford joined the welterweight division? Did we ever hear that phrase before that?
I would say to Floyd, I heard it first with Floyd, but that to me was the most prevalent. Because I heard Floyd because you remember they was trying to make the Floyd Manny Pacquiao thing for years. That like 6-7 years in the making, and that was the first time I heard it when Floyd and them would be like, Manny's on the other side of the street, blah blah blah. But I agree with you in the sense that I've never seen that impact someone's career in that way. Like Terence Crawford's career was impacted by the other side of the street thing for sure, 100%.
And then we have to take into account, right? PBC, when they created that whole other side of the street narrative, they had all the champions. They had Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Errol Spence. And you remember?
And Danny Garcia too at that time. Danny Garcia moved up to 47 too. So yep.
And you remember? And this was wicked stuff, bro. You remember when they had that little ceremony where they showed all of the welterweight champions, and they showed the pictures of only the PBC fighters and left Crawford out? They made his title illegitimate, like he wasn't even a champion.
That's true.
So it's been how, I don't even understand how this guy, who all he does is win at a high level, and the dude is a great role model, bro. The dude take care of his kids, be at his kids' events. How do we hate this guy so much? I don't know, but I want to say this. Terence Crawford is the face of boxing right now, and it's undeniable. We got to accept it.
Face of
boxing, my G.
Face of boxing?
He's the face of boxing.
I don't know.
He's the face of boxing, bro. Can I make an argument for that? Can I make an argument for that?
Jay Smith, let me hear it, brother.
So the general opinion is that the face of boxing is Canelo Alvarez. I'm telling you that he was, and I'm gonna tell you why. We know that what we witnessed is one of the biggest fights in boxing history. We know we witnessed that, right? I know you understand the historical significance of this. And so we know every Canelo Alvarez fan in every corner of this planet was tuning in. Now, Netflix had 40 plus million viewers from across the globe, Europe, Asia, Africa. Everybody watched Terence Crawford put a masterclass on the guy that was supposed to knock him out, the guy that was too big. He was supposed to be too little. He wasn't supposed to be able to handle the power, and yet he went out and made it look easy. Made Canelo look like a third shift Wendy's delivery guy. Come on, bro. So all I'm telling you is this. We're going to see the shift in popularity where more people, Crawford face is going to be in our screen more than Canelo's going forward. Woo! That torch was passed, my brother.
Jay Smith, that's a big claim. I don't know if I agree with that, but I am open to seeing if that's the reality. And the only reason I say that is just because the Mexican fan base is different than the black fan base. It just is. And respectfully, I say this respectfully because I am the black fan base. I am. But the Mexicans, they just go harder. They just support the people a little more than we do. And I just don't know if what happened is going to equate to all the black people also now supporting Crawford in the way that the Mexicans support that they got.
I'm going to show you. The Mexicans hate for the previous face of boxing, Floyd Mayweather, is because he whooped. When he whooped Oscar De La Hoya, he became the face of boxing. That dislike, that I want you to lose so badly, that's what made Floyd Mayweather the face of boxing, my G. And that's why Terence Buck Crawford, you got to get with me on this, man. We got to support our guy, bro. He's the face of boxing.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I hope you're right. I don't know if I agree with you, but I'm not mad at you. I love Terence Crawford, and he deserves everything that he has coming. And I appreciate you pulling up, Jay Smith. Thank you. Shout out your channel. They say you got a channel. Shout out your channel, bro.
Yeah, so Box Center with Jay Smith. That's me. I have a show in the morning, boxing for breakfast. I talk boxing just like you, my brother. I'm somebody who I boxed as an amateur, but I wasn't disciplined. I got out. But let me just tell you, I love boxing so much that even though I didn't box my entire youth, at 44 years old, bro, I just couldn't become an old man without ever fighting. So at 44 years old, I met a promoter at a gym, and I told him, yo, I need to fight, bro. I need to fight. I have to. He got me a fight, and I fought professionally. It was televised and everything. I took an L, but it was a competitive fight. I dropped my opponent. He dropped me. We went the distance.
That's what's up, though, man.
That's my love for the sweet science, though. You know, I had to step in the ring as a professional, and I got it done, my G.
Yo, listen, I respect that, brother. That's big respect, the fact that you even got in there to show your love for this thing that we all love too, man. So salute to you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Salute, my brother. Appreciate you having me on. You have a good one.
All right, you too. Later.
Peace.
All right, yo, lastly, man, last but not least, let me get Chris up here. Chris, what's popping?
What up, Naji?
Yo, Chris, what's up, man? How you living, bro?
Chilling. I got some shit to say. So I was gonna say that I feel like Canelo's the face of boxing because the Mexicans. I just joined the live, but I was talking shit earlier. But the Mexicans ride hard. The Mexicans ride hard for Canelo, and like black people do not. They will switch up of you. That's why when you said it earlier, you said Tank can take a loss and people will still love him. I don't think that's true. I think if he take an L, the black people gonna turn on him. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, bro. It's just.
But I feel like, what if you take an L and then come back and get your lick back, like Sugar Ray Leonard? He took his first loss to Roberto Duran and came back and no mossed him. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? What if you do that?
I feel like they got different personalities though. Like Sugar Ray Leonard had the nice smile, and he had the white people that liked him and the black people. I feel like Tank only got black people that like him for real, but that's the difference. But then, and another thing I wanted to say about Canelo is this nigga popped dirty against Triple G, and nobody said it got swept under the rug. And then Garcia popped dirty, nobody said shit. But I wonder if Devin Haney and Floyd popped dirty against Oscar De La Hoya, if they would have that same energy of the black people, of the black fighters pop dirty. So I don't know.
You saying double standards? Like it's double standards, basically.
It is, because they would have killed Floyd. They would have killed Floyd if he did that, or even loaded his gloves up like the one dude that fought
Margarito.
Yeah, if he did that with him, like I just think the race is a big part of boxing, though, because I mean you're gonna root for your Mexican fighter. You're gonna root because in the NBA and NFL there's a lot. There's white people in there, there's black people, there's Mexican people, and it's a team sport. So I don't know. I think Tank is ducking though. Shakur's my favorite fighter, but I feel like him and Shakur make a lot of money. Am I tripping? Or maybe
I think so too, man. Especially with Turkey Al-Sheikh being a part of Shakur's career. You know, Turkey is cashing motherfuckers out. Turkey giving that bag out.
I mean, I know Tank said something about he don't want to sell out to him or nothing, but you saw him not fighting Jake Paul. I think it would. I mean, how much integrity is it? Integrity over money, or money over integrity? To me, if I was in boxing, like I know the money. He came from Baltimore. I'm sure he came from the slums, and he didn't have no money. But all these fighters came from. No, who the hell wants to get punched in the face in front of millions of people? Like you got to have something that happened in your life to want to do that shit. But I feel like he got to fight Shakur, or he got to do that rematch because you remember when Floyd had a close fight with Madonna and he ran it back. He had a close fight with Castillo. He ran it back not Castillo. Oh yeah, I think it was Castillo. Yeah, and you ran it back. I feel like if something's not decisive, you got to show people you like that. But I don't feel like Tank got that. He got a dog in him, but he don't care about legacy. He cares more about money, I think, and maybe that's just how it is for his career. Maybe.
Yeah, man, I agree. So you don't think the Shakur fight will ever happen?
These niggas been talking shit for like 8 years, bro. I mean, the Manny and Floyd shit ended up happening though, and I always tell people they wanted them to fight in 09, but let's be honest, they would not have made as much money in 09 as they did in 15 though. Like I feel like that fight when it got so Floyd was a genius, man. He built that shit up perfect, and I think Floyd would have beat him anyway because I mean he's a technical boxer and shit, but. I don't know. They might fight, but I think Shakur.
It's crazy though, because even the Floyd Manny, it was so big that it superseded Pacquiao getting knocked out, right? Like he got knocked out even before that happened. And you would think, like, let's be honest, if Shakur was to get knocked out, which obviously I don't see that as being something that's likely, but if Shakur got knocked out, I don't know if the Tank Shakur fight is something that's still that big. But Manny got knocked out, and he still was able to make that fight like a super huge. That was the biggest fight that the sport has ever seen from a number standpoint, but also from a revenue standpoint.
I think it's just because everyone wanted to see Floyd lose, though. It wasn't really about Pacquiao's, because people don't understand it's different for my question is, what did Pacquiao had to lose in that Floyd fight? He got paid the most money he's ever got paid. He's already got what? He already had 5 losses on his record. Every fight Floyd had, it was the biggest fight because if he lost, his career might have been like, I don't know. I feel like when you're undefeated, when you coming into a fight, you got more to lose. To me,
I mean, I agree. It is more to lose, but I'm just saying that I also feel like Floyd's marketing was like that's a part of his marketing too, which is like nobody could beat me, and you know what I'm saying, and that was like a part of the marketing too.
You think he ruined it for boxing?
A little bit, yes. A little bit I do. I told Leonard Ellerby that too, and I said, yo, I really think it's Floyd's fault that, you know, and again, it's like I don't think he did it intentionally with the idea that I'm doing something bad for boxing, but I think ultimately it had negative consequences to where everyone is trying to use this blueprint like, I got to be perfect. I got to be undefeated. And I think it also conditioned the fans that if you're not that, then you're not really the guy. And that's not true, man. I feel like you could take a loss and still be the guy. Muhammad Ali, to me, was still the guy. Sugar Ray Leonard, still the guy. I think a lot of these people that were the top guys, it's like, man, come on, it's so hard to be perfect, man, that you can't never lose.
definitely in a combat sport because you could get caught with anything. Like, and I don't know if you watch UFC, I do, but them niggas be having like 9 losses and people still love them. Like they don't give a shit. Like they don't. If you got, I can never imagine a boxer having. But Pacquiao did have a lot of losses and people still love them. But they don't get. It's different when you got a whole country behind you, bro. Black people ain't riding like that, man. They
That's
not.
true.
Sad,
That's true.
that's just how boxing is. But yeah, I just wanted to call in and let you know that you my favorite for sure. Every time you got a interview with Shakur, I'm always clicking on it. You're the only person I really watch. So I mean, I support everybody, but you're the main one for sure. And I just appreciate you for taking my call, though.
Yo, man, I appreciate you pulling up for real, brother. Thank you, man.
Have a good one.
All right. All right, y'all. Yo, listen, man. Salute my boy H Money in the building. Make sure you check out his channel, H Money Boxing. Great show, great lives over there. Thank y'all for pulling up today. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Cigar Talk Live. I'll be here every Monday, 7:30 p.m. until the football season's over. I got a special guest coming up this week. I'm going to just tell y'all, man, I got Virgil Ortiz on the way, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Virgil Ortiz is going to be a great episode. I'm going to drop the date and the time, but let's do that. I'm coming back strong. I know I've been off the last few weeks because I was on vacation, but thank you very much for everybody pulling up. And I got another interview I'm about to shoot this week. Heavyweight. It's a good episode because he don't do a lot of interviews. And we about to lock in, and I'm going to talk about everything. We got to get to it. He's a heavyweight that made a lot of noise. American heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all keep tuning in. I don't know if nobody won MVP tonight. Usually, I send $25 to the MVP of the chat. I'm not sure who's the MVP. I don't know. Nobody stuck out to me today. But, I mean, the people, there's always people cooking. Lulu always cooking. John Palm always cooking. Salute to y'all, bro. Salute to y'all, man. I'm not sure if there was an MVP of the chat today, though. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. That was a pause? What did I say, bro? Yo, I didn't even see the pause. What did I say, bro? But listen, man, I'm going to get out of here. We've been on here for a couple hours. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I got some heat on the way, man. Promise you. I got some heat on the way. Stay tuned. Make sure you keep tapping in with me, Cigar Talk, and I'm going to keep tapping in with y'all, man. Lots of love. Be safe this week, and I'm going to drop the next episode very soon. We out of here.